Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Craig Conant. That's me. Mic check. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Are we rolling, Mr. Lund?
We're rolling.
Oh, yeah. See, he always has it rolling. That's why I pay him $20.
I love that. That's good. Wait, is this...
This is...
Should that be there? That's there, right?
It doesn't
Right.
matter. We're all going to die. Happy Monday. Hey, this is Chelsea Skidmore.
Hi.
I fucking love her. She's funny as hell. And thank you for doing my podcast.
Thank you for having me.
On such short notice, we were supposed to do it tomorrow. But Perrier calls, baby.
Sponsored by Perrier Lime.
These are so good. I'm addicted to everything.
I didn't even know they had all these flavors.
I got peach, strawberry, fucking mango, lime.
Yeah, your fridge is filled with every beverage. Were you a fan of Cribs growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember watching Cribs when I was a kid going, when I get older, I think being successful and making it is just having a fridge full of many different beverages.
It's true. It's true.
Right?
But also as my dad, he always had the 12 packs of Keystone like cut open, so it was, like, you know how they dispense the sodas properly, and he always did that with his Busch. He drank Busch, Keystone, Coors. He switched to MGD. He likes cheap beer, folks.
MGD, Miller
Genuine Draft.
Grand Theft Auto.
You're a vodka girl, weren't you?
Yes, how'd you know?
Because you just, every girl
Vodka
was.
soda.
Vodka soda is every pretty girl's drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
What was yours? Beer.
Vodka soda.
Really? Was it?
Yeah.
I used to like the Smirnoff raspberry, and
no.
I would mix that with ginger ale. Obviously, I was like 20 when I
Sugar.
did that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I couldn't have more than one of those. That was just like, and I would add vodka to it. That was more of a mixer for me.
You know what's disturbing? When you see an adult with a Smirnoff Ice or a Mike's Hard.
Yeah.
A guy.
Yeah.
That's so...
It is disturbing.
It's just creepy.
I was also a garbage disposal. I drank whiskey and whatever. I overdosed on tequila by like 19, so that was done very quickly. But yeah, I like whiskey and vodka and beer.
Yeah, I had a lot of alcohol poisoning from like gross different liquors that I just had too much of one time.
Yeah.
Like cinnamon Goldschlager. That's like the kind of shit though you have in high school when you don't have choices.
Why did we always drink Goldschlager in high school? Because it has the gold flakes.
Yes.
It's marketing. It's like, look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we loved that shit in high school, and that was the first Fireball. That was Fireball before Fireball. We didn't have Fireball as a kid.
Is that whiskey?
It's some cinnamon
whiskey.
rum. Cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never heard of that until like right when I was getting sober. It like popped up like kale did, you know? You're like, where the fuck you come from? Fire kale.
Yeah.
And
They had that with birthday cake vodka. I was like, oh, well, I'll never get to have birthday cake vodka, I guess.
that sounds disgusting.
I know, but for when it came out was one of the things that I was like, oh, now they're getting all these flavors.
Yeah. I always wanted to try that limoncello they sell at Trader Joe's. I never, ever have had that, and I never will because I'm sober.
I think it's disgusting. I'm sober too.
Good. Okay. You just genuinely made me feel better. Well, I'm not missing much. Because I would stock that, and I was like, this just looks tasty. It's like all lemony, and the bottle's frosty. Mm-hmm.
I went
You're sober how long?
3 years.
I'm sorry. You're open, though, right? Yeah. About
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 years, baby.
Yup.
Yes. Because we can't even dabble.
Nope.
Not just a teensy bit.
Not a sip. Not a line.
That's also not a line. Not a fat rail or a little rail.
Not a syringe full.
Oh, my God.
No, I never injected.
I never shot up. Thank the
neither.
Lord. My friend started to, and I was just like, I'm going to take a step outside and smoke it instead.
Yeah, I don't even like... I like snorting. I'm a snorter. I like that effect.
It's just kind of the high octane industrial medicinal drip, you know,
Yeah.
that burns your throat and face.
It's
It
more
just
euphoric.
is
for me.
romantic.
Yeah.
Something real nice about poison hitting your brain.
Do normal people talk about drugs this way?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Are we romanticizing the methods to get it quicker?
we
into your
really do.
system?
That's why after I talk about drugs, I'm like, wait, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
I seriously started this podcast for a bunch of different reasons, but one of them being one major like mission statement. You know how they have you write the mission statements?
When you have a company?
Yeah, this is the same shit. This is, like my goal was to shine a light on the fucking knucklehead fuck up kids that don't think they have a problem. Be like, yeah, you do, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. Because how long? Forever, for like a decade, I was like, I'm fine. I don't have a problem. And then like way later, you're like, oh,
So
I have a problem.
yeah, for me, that was one of the hardest things about realizing I had a problem because everyone that I was partying with was doing it essentially at the same speed as me.
Or even worse, you're like, well, I'm not bad as fucking Carl, crackhead Carl.
Yeah.
He's worse. But then you're like, oh, I'm like this far ahead of him.
Yeah, little
And he's in the
things
gutter.
like they would go to work the next day. They would go to school the next day. But I would just blow off everything to continue
Yeah.
to sleep, to continue to party. I was always the one who was up a little bit later than everyone else. So for me, it was that. And then I was like, I can't compare, my shit with someone else too.
Yeah, I was always last one left.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good thing in a room full of drug addicts. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess so. You don't want to be the last one.
6 a.m. You're like, why are you going to sleep? The sun just came up.
Yeah, I would always bring guys over to my apartment to party, but they thought we'd be fucking, and then I would talk them
do
to
the coke.
sleep. I'd be like, "Do you believe in aliens?" They're like, "I'm done."
Yeah, that's so funny. Those are my favorite messages I get in DMs from the podcast, where kids be like, I didn't know I had a problem, but after listening to your stories, because everyone has stories, or not everyone, but most everyone has fucked up stories about stealing cars and stuff.
Yeah.
But so they say like, you helped me realize that I had a problem, because we're all the fucking same. We're all human. Everybody's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, if I have a sip of alcohol, I have to have cocaine.
I did. They went hand in hand. I was more an opioid man though, but boy, I did get down in the cocaine there for about 5 years. I said something, when you say something in a conversation and you're like, ooh, that's a joke, or I need to tweet that. I said, I tried cocaine. I hated it for 5 years. It still works. All right. I got to tweet that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said in natural conversation in Montreal to Sam Talon. And he just started laughing. He's like, you ever do coke? Yeah, I tried it. I hated it for 5 years. And it was just perfect. And
I think I used to say, I think I didn't try it a lot, but you just remind me of something I used to say a while ago. I think it was something like, I tried coke in 2000 until 2019.
Yeah.
Or something, I can't remember.
19 years,
But that,
oh my
but
God.
that reminded me of it was something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that AA joke. It's said a lot. They're like, some guy was like, I only got high once in 1974. And then I came down in 2006. And that gets
That's
me
funny.
every time.
I haven't heard that one.
30-year high.
That's
oh,
good.
boy. Good old AA.
Yeah, I love the Instagram, the relapse, Instagram accounts and the 12-step recovery meme pages.
I haven't read those.
Really?
I got to follow them. What am I sleeping on? Damn
There's so many really funny. They're all memes about sobriety.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
check them out. Mr. Cat.
Meow.
He's coming.
Hi.
So this cat just came into my life and came into my podcast.
How did that happen?
What, about a month now?
Kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come on. Come up here. What's your cat's name?
Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat. So what happened?
He just knocked on my door. I swear to God, yeah. He was fucking scratching and headbutting the screen door.
From the street?
Yeah, he lived up the block, but he ran away, and he found me.
Okay, did you take him to the vet?
Yeah.
Okay, come up here.
They didn't check him, though.
Oh, stay down there. It kind of looks like the cat I had growing up.
He's a sweetheart. He just bites my face sometimes.
Aw. Did you have pets growing up?
I had a dog and a turtle.
Yeah.
And a snake, but they always got out.
How long do turtles live for? Like 30 years?
A long time. I ended up selling them at a garage sale when I was 18 because we were moving and I couldn't take them with me. And I actually didn't plan on selling him. I just put him out, and he was just soaking up the sun, and I was changing the water. And this family like fell in love with him and wanted him, and I was like, "This is actually perfect." And they're like, "How much?" I was like, $5. I've had him my whole life. $5. Boy, that's fucked up, but that's life.
My first cat lived for 18 years.
God damn.
I mean, my only cat. And that's like too long.
That's good though.
Like I got it when I was 4, and then when I went to college, it was just still alive, but like really old. So it just it would just like sit there and be like, just like too wise and a little bit judgmental. And we're like, when's this cat gonna die?
Yeah, at what point do you put him down? I think about that. I'm already like scared. I've only had him a month. I was like, only 14 years with him. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
It's such. Yeah, you see them though. They can't walk. They can't play. It's just like. And then we put down animals, and then it's just sad. But sometimes they're just in pain, you know.
Yeah. So what happened with the producer?
What producer? Oh, okay. So I had this audition for a pilot, and I got coaching and memorized the lines and all that, and I did pretty fucking good. At least I think. They were laughing. And then on the way out, I was saying bye to everybody because it was a straight to producer session. I don't know why or what that means, but that's what it was. So there was all the producers in the room of the pilot. I almost said podcast. And then on the way out, I'm waving, and I step on one of the ladies' toes, and she's wearing open-toed flip-flops, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, ow! And I just said, I'm sorry. And then everyone laughs.
I think that's okay.
I know it was okay, but I know she was like, God damn it, kid. Watch where you're going. You fucking goof.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty goddamn funny. But I, of course, felt like an idiot, you know, when you're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Producer lady that could make decisions about my career.
I don't know. For some reason, though, like, it didn't sound like it was that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It was actually really funny, but I know I know she probably was like, fuck him.
Was it a goof? Were you playing a goofy character?
Of course.
So then,
yeah.
Then they're like, it's perfect.
It was perfect, actually.
It's almost like too perfect.
Call back the kid that broke your toe, Samantha.
Yeah.
He's good.
Sometimes I think that shit works though. They're like, oh, he doesn't give a fuck. Like at least you're not like, oh my god. Like if you're like, ha.
That is a beautiful thing about stand-up though, because as much as I do give a fuck about CBS pilot or whatever, that even if I book, it could even not get picked up. So so there's so many variables. If we're 100% actors, there's so much riding on that, but we always have stand-up. It's like, whatever. If I get it or if I don't, I still got my microphone. Yeah. It's a beautiful, comforting thing. That's just the baseline that never goes away.
Especially for addicts who need instant gratification.
Yep.
It's like, not gonna book that? Fine, fuck you. I got a show tonight.
I got a bar show. Samantha. I don't even know if that was her name. I made that up. Yeah, thank God for stand-up. Fucking Christ almighty.
I know.
What else?
I don't know. I'm kind of sick. I don't think you're gonna get sick.
Oh, man.
I got like a head cold. You ever notice when people say they're sick? Like, I just noticed how much more sick I just talked when I said that.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, was I just putting that on? I was like, I got a head cold. It's like, wait, was I talking like that the whole time or just when I said that?
Just when you said that. Do you have any bleach we could spray in the air?
No. I think I'm fine. What else is good? How's Montreal?
Oh my God.
Did you talk about that yet in your podcast?
Yeah, that's why I rescheduled you, because you're the first person I've ever rescheduled, but I had just done Montreal with
Yeah.
Sean Grant, and then I was like,
Who's Sean Grant?
He was he's a comic, and
okay.
we were on the same showcase together.
Just for laughs?
Yeah. And I was like, I want to.
I mean, new faces?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I forget everything. Same thing. There were JFL's Just for Laughs, new faces.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to him about it right when we got back and do like a JFL episode.
Oh, good.
And we talked about it a ton, so I don't want to dive deep, but
yeah.
It was the craziest festival ever.
Really?
Oh my God. I didn't understand how crazy it is. It's like the Comedy Store on Tuesday night times 10.
Shit.
But for 3 weeks straight. There's 30 to 40 shows a night. Every single person's there, from fucking Kevin Hart, Trevor Noah, to me, to you, to, every level.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Wow.
It is unreal. It is unexplainable. It is just this vibrant comedy beast. They shut down the streets, It's like a street fair. They have vaudevillian stuff. It's just everything. And like Donnell Rawlings to me, every level, it's awesome.
Did you get to did you check out other shows?
Of course, yeah.
Well, because sometimes, like, do you go and watch other shows ever?
Normally never, unless it's that highest level, just because we live in,
Yeah, like,
we live in these
that's
clubs.
what I'm saying. Like, I only pop in if it's someone who's someone at
Joey
the Comedy
Diaz.
Store that
I
you will
run in
pop
the room
for.
for Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
Always. That fool takes the stage. Where can I hide in the corner? Because it's always sold out. Sebastian.
Of course.
I mean, I used to run in for Chris, but I'm friends with him and I've seen him 400,000 times now. So that'd be funny if he was like, "Why don't you watch me anymore?" No, he's never said that in his life.
Yeah.
And then, Sebastian, Joey Diaz. I'm a fan of Donnell. I mean, all the greats. Just anybody who I haven't seen in a while. But once you see somebody so many times, it's just like, okay, I've seen it. I'll wait till their next set, even if you are a fan. Because there's a million comics I love, but once you've seen it, you've seen it.
Totally. Well, it's good. Like, sometimes people who don't come in a lot.
Yeah.
Like Chelsea Peretti has been in the store lately.
Yeah, I'll watch her because she's great. She's
you're kind of like, you do the same kind of thing, sort of.
We do,
like a kind of like goofy thing. Who
you calling
in
goofy?
in a complimentary way. She's so funny.
She's so great.
She's so silly, and she just like, I really love watching her. So it's been awesome to see her there lately.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about the store is just all these New York comics fly in and they just...
I think she
moved here?
She always has lived out here.
How come I never see her then?
Because I think she's been working on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh.
I think she was originally in New York for a period of time, but like a long time ago. I think she's been out here much longer than she has been.
Yeah, it's nice to see the New Yorkers come in.
Yeah, I watched Tim Dillon the first time. He's funny. He's from New York, right?
I've never seen him.
He's funny.
Yeah, he just got passed.
Yeah.
Dope. He looks funny.
Watch, I can communicate with cats. See that?
That's what I do.
Try it. See?
It worked.
Nope.
What if I meowed at him?
Dude,
He
what
just
if it
runs
fucking just
into
eats
the
my
wall.
face like a chimpanzee?
He just nibbles a little bit. He gives you a little mi vida loca sign. Tat.
I heard that. Did you hear that?
Yeah. What else?
So how many proms did you go to?
What? I think that's the first time I've ever been asked that in my life. 3.
3?
2 of my own and 1 with my cousin's friend.
Did you do anything crazy at the after prom?
No, just weed and booze and normal unprotected teenage sex,
Yeah. I think I did coke off a knife.
Oh,
Getting
that's-
ready at pre-prom.
Oh, you started young. So narcotics.
Yeah, when I was 15.
Narcotics didn't creep in my life till about 20.
Really?
Yeah, I got lucky.
What were you doing before that? What were you doing in high school?
Just a lot of weed and alcohol. Some pills sometimes. They didn't like creep in till the bar scene. Then that bar scene and cocaine. Oh boy. See you later, innocence.
Yeah, I mostly did everything before I was 16.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that though.
Yeah.
Some of my cousins like smoke meth before weed. I'm like, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong.
I started drinking when I was 10, which I feel like is earlier than most people.
Hell yeah, that is. I absolutely stole sips of whiskey at like 5 or 6 or 7, but I wasn't like drinking, you know? I'd like steal a little sip of a beer, but I don't think it was more than to me to go, oh, you know?
Totally.
High school is when I started drinking.
Yeah, I was blacking out immediately in high school.
Yeah. And then we continued for what, a decade longer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
till I was 26.
Good times. I was 29 and I was like, I'm out. Whew.
When was the last time you cried?
Pretty recently. I cry maybe at least once a week.
Really? At
Every
least
other
once a
week?
week?
Yeah.
What do you?
I
What
cried in
makes you
Montreal
cry?
after my set.
Aww.
That was happy cry though.
Aww. That's cute. Did you wait until you got back to your room?
No, I couldn't even help it. Pete Holmes was talking to me and complimenting me, and I was like, I gotta go, Pete. I'm gonna cry.
Aww.
No,
Did
I
you
didn't
say that?
I didn't say that, and then I just ran behind the curtains.
That's endearing, though.
It
I'm
was just
sure
a-
anyone,
Yeah.
if they saw that, would be like, "That's a sweet moment."
Yeah, you know this fucking game. You just start off. Well, first of all, I was a loser and a drug addict, and then you get out of that, and then you find comedy, and then you're an open mic shithole purgatory for 2 to 6 years, and then you get shit, and then you finally get some shit, and you do good at that shit. Why do I call it shit? You know? And then you're like, oh, that felt good, you know. It just kind of. The fruits are barren off the tree. No, barren fruition. I don't know.
Braring.
What is this?
Not braring.
Come on, producer man, help us out here.
The fruits.
The fruits
bear
are finally
fruition.
plentiful.
I don't like fruit.
What?
Not really.
You don't like strawberries, blueberries,
I'm kind of allergic.
Pineapple?
I like.
pears,
Never had a pear.
golden kiwi?
I've never had a kiwi. There are so
Get her a
many.
kiwi.
No, sorry. There are so many. Or I'll try it
Give
if
me
you
a
want me
kiwi.
to.
Alright.
There, you have one here.
Yeah, of course.
I
have
don't know
12.
how to eat it.
You just bite it and you eat it.
You just bite into it. What am I,
Yeah.
koala bear?
Yeah, today you are.
You just. Oh my god! I can't believe I'm doing this.
No, right here, by the water tank.
You know where the kiwis are.
You know where the kiwis are.
Wait, what? You don't just bite into that.
Yeah, kiwi.
You don't just bite into that. Don't you cut it? You don't
There's
bite.
cat hair on this.
You don't bite into it like an apple. That's the.
Wait, that's a
That
sticker.
does not look like a kiwi.
I can't eat the sticker. This is a kiwi. It's a golden kiwi.
It looks different than normal. Wait, you're just putting it all. Okay, now you're just eating the kiwi. No, not now. No, it's been in your mouth.
You want a new one?
I don't think I want one.
Get her a new one.
Wait, that's how you. It's already gone? I just turned my face to laugh and it was gone.
Don't eat the sticker.
Wait, you just bit into that like an apple?
Yeah.
Don't you cut it? What do you do?
God made it.
I'm
Just
allergic to kiwis.
How do I know if
good
I
thing
am?
I made you get both of them.
I mean, it only makes my throat scratchy. It doesn't like put me in anaphylactic shock. But
How do you eat it? Don't you cut it?
There's 2 types of kiwis, aren't there? There's like several.
Will you just be a man and eat that shit?
I think you can eat the golden ones.
I don't want
It's
this.
good. It's just a skin. Isn't that delicious?
Not bad.
See? There you go. Made Chelsea
It's like a
Skidmore a
grape.
fan of fruit.
It's like a grape,
It's like a giant grape.
right?
It's so good. They're fantastic. Kiwis are my favorite.
This is a kiwi?
It's golden kiwi. There's there's different kinds of apples. There's different kinds of kiwis. Most people don't know that.
Does it taste different?
It's a tad sweeter. I like the green ones too.
You eat the skin of the green one?
I don't want the skin.
Sometimes. That one's a little bit more furry. You don't want it anymore?
Mm-mm.
Fucking shit, man.
What do you do with the skin?
Where's the sticker? Just put it over here.
Thank you. You just take it because you're a guy, right? I'm just like...
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, podcast listeners. I'm just eating kiwis.
Is
over
this
here.
interesting on the podcast?
I'm enjoying.
Yeah, I
to live
haven't had like
vicariously.
sandwiches. What if you just somehow keep bringing out everything I haven't tried? I don't eat sandwiches. I don't eat cold cuts. I don't eat eggs. I wish I ate eggs.
What the fuck?
I know. I like can't order anything at breakfast.
You don't eat eggs?
No.
Sandwiches? You never had
No.
a peanut butter and jelly?
Ugh, jelly? Give me another give me another food.
What do you eat? Fucking
Ask-
pasta?
You know that's what I eat. No.
Oh,
Do you?
I don't know. I do know.
No, I love pasta. I pretty much eat pasta. Today I had ramen.
But you never had an Italian sub like
No.
a Bay City's Delis?
I love Bay City's Deli on Lincoln.
Yeah, you never had their.
I used to go there weekly because my acting class was on that street.
What about the sandwich? The
Do you have kiwi in
famous
my teeth?
sandwich. Do I?
No. The Godfather it's called. I know what their sandwich is.
Godfather or mother?
I think Godmother. I know what their sandwich is called, but I don't even eat it.
Get the fuck out of
But I love Italian food. I just don't. I
Man,
love how I'm saying to the producer
why
and he's
haven't-
understanding.
I
Yeah,
get you.
sure.
I didn't
Why
eat
have-
sandwiches till I was like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
What did your mom pack for your lunch? Anti-pasta?
She packed me pastina soup. Do you remember pastina soup?
No.
It's
No.
basically just like broth with like little stars.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it's funny because I heard Sebastian talking about what his mom packed him for lunch, and he would also get pastina in a thermos, but he would also get coffee and S cookies.
Coffee?
I don't know if that was a joke, but it was so fucking funny to me.
No wonder.
Just like a little Italian kid. Yeah, I know.
He's
Just
just
with
sipping
coffee and cookies.
God, that guy's funny.
Yeah, my mom had never packed me a sandwich. Nope.
We're in America. No.
Yeah.
It's just sandwiches for lunch. It's just kind of like,
No, it's basic.
yeah, I know. That's why it's so weird you've never had one.
Yeah, not
Peanut
for me.
butter and jelly? You're missing out on life.
No jelly. Gross. No.
Why is that
I would
gross?
never eat a piece of. Ugh, no. It's just,
Why?
It's just lame.
It's not lame. The fact that you've never
It's not
had
cool.
it is
I
lame.
had my first grilled cheese last year.
Peanut butter and jelly is way better than grilled cheese.
I don't know. We didn't grow up eating that.
Peanut butter and jelly with a little milk, and then you're lactose intolerant. And
I
then
am
you just
lactose
shit
intolerant.
Your pants.
Yeah.
It's fucking fire, man.
Yeah. Are you lactose intolerant?
I wouldn't say intolerant, but I'm definitely lactose sensitive. If
Me too.
If I drink a glass of milk, I'll be farting, boy.
If you drink a glass of milk, you're a creep. That's
It is
another
weird.
creep. What was the first creep? If you
Kiwis?
No. What was the other thing I said was creepy earlier? Oh, Smirnoff Ice and milk.
Okay.
If you go over to a guy's house and you open up the fridge and there is Smirnoff Ice and milk, run.
Glass of milk is okay if you have Oreos or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something to go with it. But if you just drink a glass of milk and that's
you have a deficiency.
You're a psychopath.
You have a mental deficiency.
Something is off.
You're
by you.
special. If you have glass of milk, you are in special ed.
Yeah.
Sorry. My brother has milk. He's dyslexic. There it is.
I'm dyslexic. Can I have
Are
my
you?
milk now? Yeah, a little bit for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm good at spelling. I'm good at trivia. You have any trivia questions?
Yeah, ask me something.
No, me. I want the trivia question.
Who played the original Dracula?
Bram Stoker? I don't know. No, he
Boris
wrote it.
Karloff.
Oh, damn.
Know your history, young lady.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. I only knew that because I worked at Vince's Spaghetti. Have I told this story before?
Vince's Spaghetti?
I work at Vince's Spaghetti in Torrance off Hawthorne Boulevard. It closed down. I believe it's a optometry place now or some shit, or dental.
They didn't want to say Vincenzo's Spaghetti?
Vincent Spaghetti. And
Vincenzo.
so it was predominantly old people. And they would make me slick back my hair and put gel. So I had this slick back hair with this rat tail in the back. And everybody, all the old people, like, you look like Boris Karloff, like every day. And they'd be like, he was the original Dracula. And then one day I was shrooming, hallucinating my balls off at Universal Studios with friends. And we're all on mushrooms. There's 4 of us. And we're tripping, having a good time. And then, you know how they have those long escalators going down into the other part of the park? Over there's speakers, and there was like trivia. And they're like, who played the original Dracula? And then I went, Boris Karloff. And then like 20 seconds later, they've said, if you answered Boris Karloff, you are correct. And when you're on mushrooms, your friends think you are a genius. You know, you're like, how did you know? And I was so hallucinogenic out that I couldn't even really remember how I did know that information. And it was just through old people.
That's funny.
Isn't it funny how just that, like, in that moment, to my friends, I was like Jesus Christ for 30 seconds. Like, what the fuck? You know?
How did you know that?
Just because of mushrooms. But if we
I don't
were
like
sober,
mushrooms.
they would have been, how did you know that? I was like, oh, Vince's Spaghetti. And it would have been nothing.
They're like, oh, okay.
Oh, who cares? On to the next. But because you're tripping balls.
That's funny. Yeah.
Are you fact checking me?
Yeah, I think he was the original Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
That's even funnier to go
I
off
get it
on this
wrong
full
now.
tangent.
Yeah.
I got it right back then. I know that. Because I was treated like Jesus Christ for 12
Well,
seconds.
I guess everyone's on mushrooms and couldn't fact check you.
Yeah, that's true.
A
That
good
was-
friend fact checks you on mushrooms.
I knew it was an original something.
People say I look like Cher.
A little bit.
Just if we're going to go for originals.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's dope. She has the coolest house ever.
You went?
No, I just have driven by it, and it's
How'd you know it was her house?
Because everybody knows. It's like this.
Really? Where is
Yeah.
it?
It's off of PCH in Malibu, right on the ocean, and it has this ginormous gateway with palm trees. And
Does
you
it have a
just-
sign that says Cher's house? How does everyone know?
It's just a known fact. I mean,
Oh,
you look
really?
at it and you're like, that's a compound. That's Cher's house. It has gate and security and palm trees and ocean.
If you could have a second house, where would you have it?
Why, I would just want a first house.
Where's the second house? Well, you're going to have your first house in LA, right?
Yeah,
So where's the second house?
LA. But
Two?
like one by my family by the beach and then one in the city.
Okay. Hermosa?
Redondo.
Oh, Redondo.
A little bit. The Hermosa's a little too party.
Oh,
too
yeah, you're
much-
not allowed there.
I'm let back.
Right?
I was only banned for 3 years. My time has been served. I'm allowed back.
And you'll get a horse, too, just to one-up it.
Yeah, I'll get a horse in Redondo and fucking ride it on the beach. Palos Verdes is gorgeous, but it's just a little bit far removed.
I don't think I've been there.
It's just gorgeous. It's just a little cliffside town full of millionaires' homes. I believe the CEO to Toyota lives there. But he can afford a helicopter in, because even like to go up Palos Verdes takes like 30 minutes, you know? It's because it's such a windy, mountainy not mountainy. It's gorgeous. You got to go. They have the Korean bell over there.
Hi, Mr.
The Korean peace bell.
From the gift that Korea gave Palos Verdes, similar to the Statue of Liberty.
I guess. No, that was World War. No, not World War II. The Korean War. Yeah. They gave us a peace bell. or some
I
sort
missed
of.
that day in class.
You missed it. Well,
I didn't like American history. I had a teacher who was a bitch, and she got me to call her a fucking bitch, and I got suspended. Miss Geelan. Fuck you, Miss Geelan.
how'd she get you to call her a fucking bitch?
She goes, Chelsea, you're kind of crunchy, which I guess means like hippie-ish or something, and I was hippie-ish at the time. Worse than you. And like, yeah. And then I was like a really big pothead in 9th grade, and I was always like, what?
Yeah.
I was like a total character. And she goes, you're kind of crunchy. I go, why do you have to be such a... And she goes, what? Why do you have to be such a what? And everyone's like... And I'm like, why do you have to be such a fucking bitch? And she goes, now you have to go to the office. And it's like, she did that on purpose. And I
you
got
fell
suspended.
into the trap.
Yeah.
You fell into the trap.
She trapped me.
It takes two to tango. She did do the dance.
Yeah.
But you said yes.
And the other time I got suspended, in case you were wondering, was
I was wondering. Thank you for interviewing yourself.
We had an assembly at our school, and we did like a Mean Girls skit, and I wore a shirt that said "Guys love BJ." That was so funny.
he came up. Did you say BJ?
Yeah. Yes, I did. I had a shirt that said "Guys love BJ," and I got suspended for that. But it really meant Betsy Johnson, which was a brand. Did you get suspended?
Yeah. I don't really remember which time. I think we threw this kid in dog shit.
Ew. Why? That's so gross.
We were crazy.
You threw a kid in dog. How much dog shit was there? Where did you find so much dog shit?
There's a few dog shit incidences.
But how much was it? One piece of dog shit, or was there an amassed amount of dog shit? Because if you're throwing someone in it, think about it. How much dog shit was there, and how did you find out about it?
We just lured them near an area that had a lot of dog shit.
Where was this? The pound?
The field. You know what's crazy?
Dog shit field.
The kid, I think he's an FBI agent now, and I'm not kidding.
And that's what happens to people who get thrown in dog shit. They either become cops.
He literally
or
can murder me and get away with it. I didn't really do it. I just was there, you know?
You lured them. You're like, psst, dog shit, Bill.
Yeah, no, I didn't like bullying. It just was a thing that happens.
Yeah. Were you bullied?
A little bit. I just learned to join the bullies. But we weren't even bullies. We just were like fucking mischief. Like, it was just like, who can we get? It wasn't like relentless bullying towards any one person. It's like, let's throw apples at people. You know, it wasn't like honed in on any one. Like, it wasn't like in the movies. We just like to fuck shit up because we were fucking jackasses.
I bullied.
I got bullied though. I remember this one kid, but I was smart. Like, I knew how to get out of it because I was never big. But this one bigger kid was bullying me, and I waited till he was taking a piss, and I poured a 32 ounce of red Gatorade on his head while he had his dick in his hand because he couldn't move, and I just fucking ran.
You carried him.
I just ran.
Carry the movie.
Yeah,
with
and
the
then
blood.
he came like to beat me up, and it was that at the time. Oh, I just got that. I thought you meant like Carrie.
No, Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're all going to laugh
Yeah,
at you.
but he had it coming. Fuck this kid. He used to squeeze my neck and like hurt me. And then, so I was fed up with it, but I always fought back. So I was like, and I knew I couldn't beat him up. I was like, I'm going to pour a fucking Gatorade on this kid. So I poured it on him, and then I knew he was going to beat me up. But then it was right when Columbine happened. So I just said like, I said, keep fucking bullying me. I'm going to get my dad's gun and blow your face off. And that was enough to scare him. And then he didn't bully me anymore. I used that line on several kids because it was, it's sad that I was about to say back then it was the climate for that, but now too. Mm-hmm. But back then you could threaten kids and get away with it. Now I feel like I would have the SWAT team on my dad at that time didn't even have guns. It was just a lie and a bluff. But I knew that, because they're bullying me. So I was like, all right, I'll come back at you with some scary words that might be true, but you don't know. They were not true, though. I wasn't going to. It was just a means of survival. But then also, at a certain point, I was always friends with the rough kids, the druggy in and out of juvenile hall kids. So then the bullying kind of stops because they know your homies will fuck them up and jump them. So that
Scared
was
straight.
Yeah. That was nice. That's tweaker friends are good
Yeah.
for defending you against bullies and kicking a guy when he's down for just the sheer fun of it. Who's this kid? Oh, bullet! Bam! They're just excited to be in on it. So you did some bullying? You were mean girls?
I bullied this girl in 4th grade, and not any more than anyone else, but I guess I was particularly rude to her. And then when I was making my amends, in sobriety,
Yeah.
she didn't want to hear it.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
sometimes you should just let shit be.
It was the first time I was making amends, and I was going through my list of people, and I was like trying to get some extra ones, And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I guess I was mean to her in 4th grade. And she
Yeah.
was like, what do you want? And I was like, I just want to make amends to you. I'm in a 12-step program. And she was like, I don't want to hear it. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I must have really hurt her.
No, I don't blame. Like, it's some shit you just healed, moved on, and forgot about. And it's like, why do I want to relive that?
Well, the girl's name was Casey, and I went in our school's library, and I happened to come across a book that said "Dumb Old Casey is a Big Fat Tree." That was the name of the book.
That just wrote itself literally. You can't. How can you? You're a kid. You got to seize the opportunity.
So I got the book and I brought it into class. And for some reason in 4th grade, our teacher was literally never in the class. And now as an adult, I wonder what she was going through in her life, because she was literally never in the class. She must have been going through something. And I go, everybody look at this book. Dumb Old Casey is a Big Fat Tree. And she was like so upset.
It's so weird how in 4th grade that is mortifying, and now you would laugh at it. You're like, hey, I'm a big fucking dumb tree. It's so weird.
Yeah.
How being seen with your mom at the grocery store when you're 12 is a nightmare, and then when you're an adult, you'll take your mom to the grocery store, and because you're like, I love her. She's my mom. What is that switches in her brain? It's so weird.
I think that I don't know if I would be embarrassed to go with my mom to the I think that might be a guy thing.
Maybe.
I think it's more like your parents dropping you off, right? Wasn't that like a
Nah,
thing?
I didn't
like
give a
you're
fuck
like, pick me
about
up
that.
over there. Oh,
Oh, maybe a little bit, yeah.
Right?
But it's just like, we're all 12. None of us have a license. They have to pick us up.
that is true.
It doesn't make
It's like,
any sense.
we want to pretend we walk there. What
yeah,
was
like,
that?
no, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I drove here. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I just think sometimes you should just, like, I know there's some people I definitely should apologize to, but I'm like, I don't want to make you relive whatever the fuck I did when I was blacked out piece of shit scumbag.
You
know?
didn't make amends to anyone?
No, I quit AA before that step. That's why I
Really?
stopped going. Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, I ain't going through that. And then later I found out they're like, you don't like have to do it to everybody if it'll affect you or them. And sometimes it's selfish too to apologize to a person. That's for you and your amends, and now you're making them relive through something that they've already hashed and buried.
Did you make any or no? No.
Like maybe a little bit, but not.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, there was a whole thing if it was harmful or hurtful, which you're probably referring to.
Yeah.
Then you don't want to.
Honestly, I don't even remember half of them anyways. I was so fucked up.
Yeah.
You're just drunk and idiot.
I had some good experiences though doing it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I always made my amends in the morning, though, because I am a sweetheart at my core. So, like, whenever I did get shit-faced in the morning, I was like, who do I have to apologize to today?
Yeah.
And then I would call everybody immediately and they'd be like, it's all right, you fucking piece of shit. And then it's like, I was like, I don't even know, man. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. That's why I truly try to promote that so much, and I hate sounding like a preachy fucking get sober, kids, because sometimes for the kids that do abuse shit, it just makes you into something that you're not, you know? So you become this ugly thing because you're just masking yourself with drugs and alcohol, and then you do and say and have behavior that is not even to the core of your nature of who you are as a person, and it's just because you're fucking depressed and you just feel ugly on the inside.
But haven't you seen all those news articles that a lot of kids are doing drugs less and like having sex less and all that? I think it's because they're on their phones more, something like.
Well, you mistake me for somebody that reads, dear.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing. I think a lot less people are.
Well, that's awesome then.
Yeah.
Good. Fucking don't
Keep
even.
it up. Keep it up.
Keep it up, kids. Don't even stat.
I love how it's like we're talking directly. It's like they're going to play this in a high school gymnasium. And we keep like a personal dare commercial. I think I noticed your dare hat, and then that somehow became like my inner like theme in my head. Like we were like, all right.
Well, we're perfect for it. We've been through it.
I know.
I hate anybody who's
We
trying.
should just get hired as the dare
I thought
people.
you said get high. I was like, what?
We should just get high, man. No, we should get hired to go to high schools and be like, enough,
Enough.
and just point, and then
Don't you do it. Yeah, well, because we could talk about it because we've been through it and then we lived through it and we came out clean on the other side. Don't you hate those motherfuckers that are like, don't do drugs, and then they didn't do drugs? You're like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah, that's a
Fucking
good point.
Q-Bert.
I wonder if like when those dare people go to the school and they're like, don't smoke marijuana. It's like, well, you fucking need to because you're annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, marijuana, I mean,
You
let's
need
be
to 'cause
real.
you're
That's not a
annoying. No, I
fucking-
know.
That saves lives.
Grass.
I still abuse marijuana.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
CBD or just weed?
Oh, I'm addicted to CBD.
Yeah.
That's a fact, Jack. I'm not
I got
addicted.
too high from CBD.
I know you told me. I seen your tweets.
Oh
She's
yeah, that was
panicked.
so scary. Yeah, I haven't had it since.
I take it mainly before bed. It helps me so much. It just relaxes you, shuts off your
Yeah.
mind, and makes you sleep. I have just kind of stopped doing it in the daytime because I just like the ritual of smoking, and I'm just like, what are you doing? You're supposed to take 2 hits, not 14.
I know.
I'm an addict.
I know. Yeah, it's hard.
It tastes like weed. They know I love weed.
I know. The process of it too is nice.
The ritual of it, the process of it, the fact that it tastes like weed, except it's not weed. You're like, I found the loophole. I could do it.
Yeah.
I smoked
freebie.
weed for 17 goddamn years.
I smoked weed every single
It's my
day of
baby.
my life, from 12 to 26, all day long. I was
12
never
to 29.
not high.
I was
yeah.
12 to 29.
Yeah, I was never not high.
Yeah.
And the times that I have relapsed, I made sure to never smoke weed because I loved weed so much that I knew it would be so hard for me to quit again.
But weed, that's why I almost like say don't smoke weed, but then I promote it. It saved my life from narcotics because fuck that world.
I just can't smoke weed like a normal person.
Yeah. Well, because we're addicts. That's
But does anyone, is there like I guess some people smoke weed like a normal person. I don't know what.
There's certain people.
They're like,
heard
oh, I think I had like 1 hit in a month. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's awesome. Like if I could just smoke weed when it's late at night and I'm watching Lord of the Rings and I'm going to eat ice cream, that's awesome. But I'll be like, ooh, I have weed. And then it'll be 7 a.m. the next morning. Like maybe I'll just get high and not study my lines for this pilot. And that's why I can't smoke weed, because I'll just be like, fuck life. I got Mara Jane.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it just kind of, it's a dream killer for me.
Yeah, me too.
And a production killer. And it's like, I got my shit finally where I want it to be and going. Why am I going to halt that?
If you can smoke weed and get stuff done, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, that's
You're not getting
fucking-
high enough. You're not smoking it
Yeah.
right. I don't know.
you're
Something's
a
off
pussy
about the
and you didn't
ingestion.
take 14 hits. That's no.
Something's off about.
I forgot who said this too, but like weed is best just taking a hit and then enjoying it. But I never was that. I was like, 1 hit. How about 1 fat joint by myself with a gram or more in it? And then it's like, that's not necessary.
Yeah, I remember realizing I had a problem in high school because, we would all like hang out and go to like one person's house and we'd all be like, oh, I got 5 on that. I got 5 on that, like on a blunt.
And you're like, this is mine.
And I remember there was probably like 20 people there in like different groups, like smoking, but we're all hanging out. And I remember I had just smoked like 2 blunts and then there was like another blunt being rolled. And I was like, oh, I got 5 on that. And they were like, Chelsea, you literally just smoked like 3 blunts. And they said it in that serious way that I was like, oh, is something wrong with that? And then I was like, well, can I still get 5 on it?
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe something.
Well, let me
wasn't
hit
right
it then.
about
Don't take
that.
my money
Yeah.
then, you assholes.
I love how I acted this out to your door. I was
It's a good
staring at your
door.
door
It's
the
a
whole
good door.
time like those were the people I was talking to.
That's how ridiculous that shit is. I remember so many times just standing in a circle with like 3 dudes at a high school party, and every dude had their own pipe and their own weed, and we just would pass them. And we were like, it's one pipe would be fine. But, it was like where you have 2 joints in the rotation and you almost only, it's like weed and then weed, like you don't even get a chance for oxygen. And it's just like, this is stupid. This
Yeah.
is gluttonous smoking. I remember one 420, I smoked a half ounce by myself. I mean, it took like 12 hours, but like that was my goal. It's like, hey, why don't you get into college, kid? This is the wrong kind of goals. It's like like at that time, I thought it was cool and funny, and I'm gonna have a story to tell. In hindsight, I'm like, that's so stupid. Go to the beach. Go enjoy your fucking life instead of watching Cheech and Chong, and I almost said Cheech and Chong and Up and Smoke. It's the same fucking thing.
I don't think 420 is an adult holiday.
No.
420 is for high school.
Yeah. I get a lot of work on 420, even though I'm 6 years sober. Actually, when this comes out, I'll be 6 years. I'm 6 years sober August 10th.
Oh, awesome.
And, yeah, I forgot the point of this. Is what a perfect time. What was it?
That you get a lot of work on for. Well, you have
because
that
I have stoner jokes and I look like
Totally.
a stoner, sound like a stoner. I was a stoner. So 420, I always get like 3-4 shows.
yeah.
I have to turn down shows. I get like 6 offers. I'll be like, I could do these 3. One 420, I got to perform in front of Paul McCartney
Really? Where?
at the Improv. He was just there. And they're like, there's somebody really famous in the audience. Do you want to know who it is? I said, no. And they go, it's Paul McCartney. I'm like, oh.
Isn't that the worst when like people are in the very front row?
Oh, my God.
Did you look over and see him laughing?
Yeah. Yeah. It was
And
really,
did you
really
go?
cool. And then I regret not being an asshole and asking him for a photo in the showroom, because he was in the showroom in the corner, and then got to shake his hand and all that
Yeah.
shit. But it's the showroom, and then I wanted to ask for a selfie. I was like, I'll wait till the show's over. But then the next comic was like a real crude, crass comic, and she kind of walked him. She was abrasive.
I want to know who.
I'm not gonna name,
No worries.
but just talking about, fucking stinky pussy and it wasn't hitting. And
He's
then
like, I'm good, thanks.
and he split, and I never got my photo, but I still know. It's crazy this game. I performed in front of Harrison Ford,
Nice.
David Arquette, and I'm sure some more people.
Where
I don't
did
even
Harrison
know.
Ford go?
At the Second City. His goddaughter was in my ensemble.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
To improv?
Yeah.
Nice.
In our improv crew. And then he was super dope. He has an earring. He's a stoner. He's
You know
cool.
what I did last night? Clowning. Have you ever done those kind of things? Physical comedy shows?
No, is it fun?
It's very fun. It's very fun.
I want to do it. That
I
just
know.
made me like light up on the inside.
Do you know who Chad Damiani is?
I could do that.
Yeah.
Just keep
That's
doing
pretty
the
much
same
like what
thing
it
over
is.
and over.
It's just like being super vulnerable, making.
That would be so fun. I'm a silly goose. I could
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
That would be fun
Look it
as-
up.
Okay. Oopsies.
This guy up, Chad, who does it. But yeah, he like live directs you, and basically they just tell the audience like they're gonna be horrible, So just don't clap for them. Make them work for it. They're just not gonna be good at this. Excuse me? And oh, sounds like your cat has a cold.
He does.
Really?
Yeah, you gave it to him. Thank you.
Can
No,
I put
he's.
this here or no? I just don't want your cat to knock it over.
Oh yeah, grab that coaster though.
Okay, that's what I thought. Excuse me, Mittens.
Clown. That sounds like a silly fucking goose time. I'm down with that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It really opens you up and it gives you like a safe space to really explore a lot of physical comedy stuff.
Yeah. Looks like I'm signing up for clown school.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, we're getting to the nitty gritty. Have you ever shit your pants
Yeah.
in like a good one? You know, like on a date or at an audition. You know, something real embarrassing.
Oh my God.
You fart or you poopied on your
didn't
mom's head.
Speaking of it, I didn't shit my pants at an audition, but I could not stop shitting. Like I had food poisoning or something, and I had an audition for something I really wanted to audition for, and I had the entire night before like throwing up, shitting at the same time, and I really wanted to go, and I was like on my deathbed. So the morning I woke up, but that I literally barely slept. I slept like 4 hours. I was like, I'm not gonna have a drop of water, and I'm not gonna have anything to eat, and I'm gonna go to this and get it done, and then I can come home. And I shit the entire morning while I was getting ready, literally nonstop. I made Steven drive me because I was like so weak. I brought a bucket in the car in case I had to shit in the car. I rode with the bucket down at my feet.
You could cancel. It's
I'm not done. I wanted to go to it though, and I didn't want, and it was the only day. And then when I got there, I shit in the bathroom up until they called my name, and then I went in and just
You just
left
walk in
shit
and wafted
as soon
a
as I
huge
got
cloud
out.
of shit.
It was
She was great, but
it was disgusting. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Stinky.
And what's funny about that is that like I told that story, I was like how sick I was to people, and they're always like, oh, that's always the one that you get it, and it's like I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, people are always like, oh, you book it when you like put yourself through something like that because you just don't care because and I'm like, yeah, didn't work. Didn't work.
Bastards.
Yeah.
I had poison oak on my balls and
Really?
arms during a Microsoft Bing commercial audition, and I booked it.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And I remember wearing a flannel on the audition because I was mosh pit guy, and then when I get to set, they have me do wardrobe and do a cut off sleeve. But I'm like lying and hiding my wounds as I'm literally bleeding and leaking pus out of it. And like the costume lady, she's a sweetheart, and she saw it and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll put a little makeup on it. We'll cover it up."
That's nice.
I was like, "I'm sorry, lady," because I didn't want to tell anybody because it was my first commercial.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm certain people got a little bit of stuff on their back because I had it on my arm and I had to mosh pit and push people.
Aw.
And I remember my leg was just throbbing and just bleeding because it was so bad. Nobody warns you how bad
Where'd you
poison
get
oak
it?
is.
Where were you? In
I was on
dog
a-
shit field?
No, I was on a hike with my drug dealer.
You know what's funny? I one time was walking on the High Line, which is in New York along the river, and I was walking with my family, and I passed my drug dealer walking with his family.
That's awesome.
And we both just didn't say anything to each other. And it was a Sunday, you know? It was like we were both doing our family thing and just like
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
I know. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, I'll see you as soon as we're done
I
with our
thought
family.
that was so funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I went off the trail to take a piss and I got poison oak or ivy or whatever, one of the two,
On your balls?
on my leg and my arm, but I didn't know this, so my skin was on fire and itching and it was in pain, and I was like, I didn't even know what had happened, so I took a bath, a hot bath. That shit's oil.
Ugh.
So I hopped in. You're supposed to let it rinse off with cold water. I did hot water and a bath, So it opened up my pores and the oil went in my system. So then it started popping up like chicken pox. It was on a little bit on my forehead, on my nuts, on my butt, on my thighs. But the major contact points was my arm and my legs. And where that happened, that shit was severe. Everywhere else, I mean, it still hurt and was annoying, but it wasn't like the contact points. Oh my God. I showed the doctor and he's like, "What'd you roll around in it? What'd you do,
Oh my
man?"
God.
And then he goes, "Leaves of 3, let them be." And I was like, "Yeah, I know that now, bro." I don't know why doctors laugh at me, but they have so many times. That guy was
Really?
laughing at me. My hematoma story I already told. That guy was laughing at me. He's cracking up.
I've never had a doctor laugh at me. I don't
guess
think.
this is my...
But I did have a
Injuries.
male gynecologist. I can't even say it. I had a male gynecologist one time, and while he was checking me out, like looking at my legs, he looks up and he goes, "You look beautiful today."
Whoa.
I didn't see him again after
You
that.
can't
Isn't that
do
insane? He was a
that.
weirdo. I couldn't believe that.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
And it's
maybe
like I was like 20, so I felt like he was probably trying to take advantage of me, you know?
maybe just men shouldn't be gynecologists.
Huh?
I said
I
men-
know, isn't that odd? It's weird how
Yeah, they
certain
better-
people want to be certain types of doctors.
Yeah.
But who someone has a really funny joke about that. I think it's Greg Fitzsimmons, and they're like it's like, how does that work when you get chosen for a certain type of doctor? It's like, do you just get really bad grades and then you're like, "Oh, I want to be like a brain doctor," and they're like, "We had you down for foot."
Yeah.
You know?
That's so fun. I love Greg
I know,
Fitzsimmons.
he's great.
Wait, so you didn't shit your pants. We want to...
I shit my pants recently another time, but it was a very small amount.
No, I want the funniest, worst one.
I wasn't a shit pants person before, but I honestly have not done that before. But there is this
But
Italian.
last week, let
there's
me
an
tell you.
Italian restaurant called Domenico's in Pasadena
Yeah.
that Steven's family owns, and for some reason it makes you shit. And I thought I farted and I shit in my pants, and it's like it's shaming. It's shaming. And I think I was in the car one time, and then I think I shit my pants twice from them. And
Your
then
husband's restaurant made
Yeah.
you shit your pants twice.
I don't know why, but his mom and sister also agrees that it makes them like immediately have to shit too.
Hey, Domenico's, ease up on the butter, huh?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
They're just pouring X-Lax in the soup.
I don't know. It's pizza. It's really good too. It's really, I don't know. It doesn't happen to guys. It happens to girls.
Oh, I know what it is.
Right.
I have no idea.
And sweet green salads makes me I can't go to sweet green anymore because it has something in it that makes me shit so much that it hurts my stomach. And I asked them, I went up to the people who work there. I go, "Have you ever heard anyone talk about how it really makes them shit here? Like, do you know what that is?" And I've asked it like 3 different times, and one person revealed the truth, and they said the dressing has grapeseed oil in it, and that is a laxative.
Oh.
But the other people are like, "I don't know what you're talking about," and they're like, "What?" And like but yeah.
Be like, "No, lady.
So when did you shit your pants?
When have I not?
Oh, really?
I shit my pants so much.
I don't have loose bowels.
I shit my pants at soccer practice and the turd fell out my shorts and hit my calf and left a little skid
Oh
mark.
my god,
That was a good
that's
day.
bad.
Yeah.
No, I've never had a solid shit in my pants.
I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, coach, let me go to the bathroom. Keep running laps, cone it." But I didn't know that, you're a little kid. You're like, "Well, I got to run laps."
Yeah,
I
I've
tell
never,
that one where they hit. Yeah.
No, I'm always afraid I'm going to shit my pants on stage. Knock on wood. I don't know why.
Oh, I haven't. I've done a wet fart where like it was right before the stage, and where it's wet and there's a little shit, but it doesn't get out of your ass crack.
called
So
a
there's no
shart.
stain. No shart stain.
Oh.
So like my booty hole caught it all, and then you wipe. You're like, "Oh, thank God, I don't have doo-doo underwear for the stage."
So what
time."
is this one called? If that's not a shart, what is that?
I don't know. I guess a light chart. A afternoon delight. No, I don't know.
Oh my God. That's
What do you call
it's
a
called
shart?
a wet wind.
A wet wind. Oh, that's a good name. I like it.
I just
It's
made
wet
that.
wind.
Wet.
What? Yeah,
Wind.
let's think of some names for
Oh my
almost staining sharks. Well, heart attack sharks. You're like, huh, you
It's
know when
called
you clench real
mental
quick and you
illness.
catch it? Clemental
It's
illness.
called a mental illness.
Mental illness. I've had that my whole life. We could call it wet boofers.
Gushers.
Fruit roll up.
Gross. It's called single forever.
It's called You Wonder Why You're Single at 35,
Oh
Craig.
my god.
The boofers made me do it. The boofers. When I
Who
was
are boofers?
was that a known thing? Because in my family, we called wet farts boofers.
Never heard of
And
it.
I think we might have made that up. Also, I have no idea. And maybe it was a known thing. It was an urban legend. But we called them boofers.
I never heard that.
Well, maybe my family is hip. and
Sounds like a cute name your family made for a problem they all had.
yeah, it's good. Did you ever fart in the bathtub and just, but like, put your ass in the air so you're laying like face down and then your ass is wet and it just quacks and echoes with the tile.
No, but I've done that in like pools and hot tubs with guys when I was like, I hope they didn't just see that.
Yeah. I gave a couple guys pink eye. I don't
I
wanna
jacked
brag.
off Steven in a hotel pool with people around, but they didn't see. And when it went into the water, the cum, it looked really weird.
Oh man,
It was like zing, like it just like it was like a Spider-Man thing.
Maybe don't jack off Steven
I
in
know.
pools with people in
It was naughty.
That's exciting. though.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was during the day too.
Oh, did we say that Stephen Randolph is your husband? Her husband?
I wave when you find that out.
He did my podcast. It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah. so-
Randy. It's our 1-year wedding anniversary on Sunday.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You got married at the Madonna Inn. My cousin got married at the
Yes.
Madonna Inn. It's so cool.
Did you guys stay up there?
Yeah. For 2 days.
What kind of room did you have?
I don't know, but it was cool. Everyone's different and like custom and
Mm-hmm.
quaint and cute and all that shit.
It's a cute place, I think, too, for weddings because it has like that vintagey retro
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
It was fun. It
Yeah.
was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I still got to get her a wedding gift. It was 2 months ago.
A lot of people never got us a wedding gift. Whatever, but I noticed.
I have a card in there and I mean, I'm going to mail it. I'm going to mail it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm just very, very late, but better late than never, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. My own friend who married us didn't give us a wedding present, which I thought was funny. My best friend.
He married you.
Am I
She
being a
married
dick
you.
though? Do I sound selfish or greedy?
No, that's probably someone that should have given you a gift.
I mean, like, whatever. Like, it's not like I've talked about it many times. I just thought about it right now and thought it was funny.
It is funny, though.
I'm like, oh.
Like, you officiated this shit. Give me a goddamn pocket knife.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, my sister just got engaged.
Oh, really?
2 kids later. Yeah.
Nice.
I told y'all we're Mexican.
Do you want to get married?
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's wedding material to you? I mean, wife
Easy
material.
going.
Wife material.
Easy going and a big booty.
Big booty.
Just
easy
could take her
going.
anywhere and we're just, not worry.
You
just-
got to babysit.
Yeah, just let her loose and just it's fine as opposed to
You left me over there.
yeah, just easy going. Just fucking. You want to climb a mountain or watch Netflix? Yeah. Just. I love that shit.
Chill the fuck out.
Just fucking easy peasy, baby.
Well, that's
And a big booty.
understandable.
For
Is that
sure.
so much to ask?
Is that too much? That's not.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
make me some chicken tenders and suck my dick. I will return the favor, though. I will suck your dick, too. No, I will make you chicken tenders. Guys are pretty simple creatures. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know we're all fucked up, but, like, sex and food, fucking, we're happy campers, man. Mm-hmm. That's it. Women, I feel they need a bit more than that.
Yeah.
I know.
Are you listening?
Who, women?
No, that's like,
Oh.
yeah.
I know. I've caught myself in trouble. Like, you never ask about my day. I'm like, I don't talk much.
Are you a quiet person?
I have modes. Like, sometimes I'm chatty Cathy over here, and then sometimes I'm just fucking quiet Norm. I don't know why I made those names up, but sometimes I'm just like quiet and reserved and shy, and then sometimes I'm wild and fucking dancing and, you know.
Gotta read the room.
Yeah. I'm not always on, people. I can't always be. Clown Craig.
Uh-huh.
I really want to do those classes. That'd be so interesting.
It's very fun.
Fucking goofball status.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? I think we're hitting it, right?
Yeah, I think we did it.
We did the damn
I think we
dance.
did it. I will say, just check out my podcast,
Yeah, we hit well over an
The
hour.
Chelsea Skidmore Show.
I did her podcast. It was very fun. Check out Chelsea
was fun.
Skidmore on all social medias and her podcast. She's very funny. Gets up at the Comedy Store regularly, and you can see her all over this goddamn country.
Thank you.
And yeah, I love you all. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. Oh, I got to thank some names, right?
Yeah.
I got to thank my Patreon persons. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Pete Suval, Chairman Sal. That sounds made up. Dusty, Sam Law, Damian Alowini, Kristen Stevie, Nicole. Is that my sister? Ciara.
The
And
singer.
yeah, thank you all, Ciara. Thank you for subscribing. And yeah, we'll get that merch shipped out soon here to all y'all Patreon persons. And you guys are dope as fuck. Thank you for liking, rating, reviewing, subscribing to all that shit. I hate asking, but it makes your numbers go up and makes me get paid, and it gets me a kitchen and my mama a Camry. So go click some buttons. And if you don't, it's all good. Go fucking rub oil on the booty. Do what you gotta do, baby. Plant a plant. Rub a rock. I'm just getting weird
Save
now.
a cat.
Save a cat. Listen to Chelsea's podcast. I love you all. Thank you for listening. And bye-bye.